I think knife crime is stupid, and people should sort themselves out and do something better with their lives.
Personally, I think knife crime is an absolute disgrace, and it's really affecting young people in this generation. Too many people are dying because of it, and it needs to stop.
There's roses in your hair, yeah. There's beauty sometimes, but that's okay.
What are your opinions on knife crime?
I think knife crime is an issue that's obviously getting more and more heard about, whether that's because like social media, it's happening a lot more, especially in Northampton. It's in the media all the time, people always like talking about it. I think it's just unnecessary, and it's something that it's just a bit extreme.
I think it's getting worse and it's getting dangerous around Northampton area and any other area really. It's definitely growing in the last couple of months, well even years. It's drastically climbing.
Well, I just think that it's like, obviously there's so much happening at the minute, and I've never really understood why. I mean, I know it happens a lot in like gangs and stuff, and like the things they're stabbing people over is like so dumb.
I believe that knife crime is really wrong, and it's affecting the young people of today.
Have you experienced any?
Well, not personally myself, but I know people who.
No, thank God I haven't.
Not personally. I mean, my friend was stabbed and I was in the area at the time, so that indirectly affected me with having to deal with that, and yeah, not directly affected me, no.
I haven't myself, but my sister's saw one happen nearby, as like lots of children around, and it's just getting people involved, especially in such a public place, like children who could scar them for life, and it's just like seeing, especially like I think it's like the throat or something, seeing like that much and seeing the effect it can have on people, even though it's not the victim's family. It's just selfish.
No plan, no game.
This is Ben Kinsella's story. At the time, Ben was 16 years old. He was really into his football, his music and his art. And he just finished his GCSEs, so to celebrate he went out to the bar with his mates. They managed to get in using fake IDs, and apparently it was a really good time. However, his mates managed to get into an argument of which Ben wasn't actually involved in. So his friends left and he left with them. After a few minutes walking away from the bar, they realised they'd actually been followed. So they decided to split up, and whilst Ben's friends actually ran away, Ben walked, and this meant that he was caught up with first by these pursuers. And the end result was that Ben got stabbed 11 times and was therefore not able to open his GCSE results.
Now, the stabbing of 16-year-old Ben Kinsella brings the number of teenagers violently killed in London this year to 17.
Trying to think of something.
Do you know anyone who was involved in knife crime?
As far as I know, I don't know anyone.
A member of my family was stabbed to death in a club when he went out on a night out, and that's all that's the only person that I know that's had.
A member of my family was stabbed. Luckily he survived, so I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. It was a close friend that he was actually threatened with a knife.
Tell me that you love me, and even though I'm angry, wonder how I got so lucky. Squeeze me closer.
How common do you think people get stabbed?
In this area, it's quite high in this area, so I'd say maybe once or twice a week.
In Northampton, I don't think it's that common, but I know it happens.
Every day.
Every day.
Like thousands. In Northampton?
In Northampton,
It's actually increasing.
it's increasing. I wouldn't say every day in Northampton, but I'd say
I'd actually say weekly.
no, weekly, not monthly, weekly.
In Northampton, I would say around once or twice a month.
And for once I'm truly wordless. Funny, I thought creating and expressing was my purpose. I mean, I guess not. It really is.
Amanda was 18 when she got arrested and sentenced 22 months in jail. She had a bright and promising future ahead of her. She was looking forward to go to uni and study social work. Amanda used to live with her gran, but sadly she passed away, and she was housed with a council home, but sadly she fell into the wrong crowd. She switched from being a hard-working student to a heavy drinker. One evening, after an argument with her neighbor, for fear of her safety, she picked up a knife. She was arrested for possessing a bladed article. Now that she's 24, she's regretted that decision ever since.
I stayed in the city of...
What's the youngest age you think someone was caught with a knife?
Off the top of my head, maybe 9.
I'd have to say like it can't be too young, like, but I'd say like 12, maybe 13.
I would say around like going to secondary school where people normally get involved, like, what's that, 13, 14?
In Northampton.
Really? I'd say in Northampton. Oh, not 5. Northampton. I'd say 12.
I'd say, yeah, 11,
12, 13.
Probably about 14, 15.
The youngest age in Northampton is 8.
8.
So they would be year 4.
Damn.
The youngest age is 8
What? 8?
in Northampton.
In Northampton? Bloody hell.
They'll be around in year 4.
Primary school. Why do you have a knife in primary school?
The youngest age in Northampton is 8.
8. Why isn't 8 year old?
It's primary school.
Primary, what's that, like year 5? No, lower than that.
It's year 3.
Year 3.
The youngest age is 8 in Northampton. 8. The youngest age is 8
In Northampton?
They'll be in year 4.
That's surprising.
What do you want to say to people who carry a knife?
I feel like if people stop carrying knives, it would reduce the crime. Like, if everybody carried knives, then more people would want to protect themselves. But if not, then no one would get stabbed and no one would die.
Be careful with them. I just don't think people should be carrying knives, to be honest. Like, I really don't see the point in it. That's it.
I would would just say is it really a case of like to kill someone or be killed? It just seems like people are trying to play up to this role in like a movie or something, and they don't really realise the consequences that could actually happen. It just seems a bit extreme.
I think they should understand how many lives they affect when they carry knives, and the precautions they should take, and they should never do it.
At the end of the day, carrying a knife's stupid. You've got more chance of getting stabbed yourself if you're carrying a knife than you stabbing someone else, and you shouldn't have to be at the point where you're thinking, oh, I'm fearing my life, so I'm going to carry a knife, and just don't carry a knife. It's stupid.